To the Point with Michael Williams.
And good morning, everyone. I'm Jay Cashmere filling in for Michael Williams. Thanks for joining us on To the Point. WPTV political analyst Brian Crowley is here with me this morning. We'll be taking a closer look at the upcoming election, which is now less than a month away, including how Hurricane Ian could impact the race for Florida's governor. Though first this morning, an emotionally charged decision handed down in the Parkland shooter sentencing trial last week. On Thursday, a jury recommended a sentence of life in prison instead of the death penalty. Brian Crowley here with us, shedding some light on this verdict, an impactful verdict, 4.5 years in the making for these 17 families of those victims here. A truly emotional case. Brian, you've had extensive work with death penalty cases. You've witnessed an execution. Your thoughts on this?
Well, you know, executions came back in the late 1970s after a Supreme Court decision. But one of the things that's happened with death penalties is that we have over 300 people on death row in Florida. Many of them have been there for 2, 3, 4 decades. And it's sort of sad that for these families that there's no easy resolution for these things. Because even with the death penalty, I've known victims' families who have agonized over waiting for an execution. And I knew one family member who hoped to live long enough to witness the execution and died before the execution. And, you know, I don't know if a life sentence is easier on families when you look at the kind of pain that these Parkland families were going through when they didn't get the death penalty. You can't help but feel a lot of sympathy for them. Our
hearts and prayers go out to all those families of the victims. It was an emotional day when that testimony was read, when that verdict came down, and of course, you know, this case will be studied for years and years to come. We should keep in mind that on November 1st, this is just a recommendation from the jury, on November 1st, after another setting of hearings where the families of the victims will get to speak before the court, the judge could rule for the death penalty anyway. I don't know how likely that is, but it's certainly possible. So it's not quite done yet, but it's a horribly emotional time for those families, and you can't help but feel their pain. Absolutely, indeed. Well, a short time after that November 1st meeting, there'll be another big day coming. Early voting set to begin in 8 days in 3 of our 5 counties. And while midterm elections don't generate the same type of turnout as a presidential election, both Democrat and Republican leaders are trying really to drum up as much support as possible. Earlier this week, we passed a key deadline. Tuesday marked the last day to register to vote in the November 8th election. Both political parties are hoping to capitalize on a surge of new voters to the state. In Palm Beach County, the Supervisor of Elections office spent over 350 hours reaching out to the community, helping people register to vote. Supervisor of Elections Wendy Sartori-Link also emphasizing the importance of voting.
We have seen an increase in voter registration, which we always will see right before book closing, but not huge numbers. This is your opportunity to be heard, and we need everybody to get out there and exercise that right.
We want to take a closer look at voter registration across our 5 counties. This information is available on the Supervisor of Elections website for each county. In Palm Beach County, there are a little over 1 million registered voters. Democrats outpace Republicans in the county by a little over 100,000 voters, with a little over 300,000 not registered with either party. Martin County has around 119,000 registered voters. The number of Republicans more than double the number of Democrats, with around 31,000 registered as other. St. Lucie County has around 238,000 registered voters. Democrats and Republicans both have a little over 80,000 and another 69,000 registered as other or no party affiliation. Up in Indian River County, they have around 120,000 registered. Republicans have a nearly 2 to 1 advantage in the county, and another 30,000 are either other or no party affiliation. And Okeechobee County rounding out, they've got about 22,000 registered voters. Democrats have about half the number of Republican voters, with around 5,000 registered as other. I want to bring in again Brian Crowley. The number of voters voting, that's a huge huge indicator right now. Voter turnout, one of the biggest number we're looking at right now. Do you think either party has an advantage as we head into the midterm election?
Well, I mean, the most significant thing that's happened in modern history of voter registration is that for the first time statewide, Republicans have a nearly 250,000 vote lead over Democrats. Not too many years ago, Democrats had a huge lead over Republicans. So there's been a very significant shift in how voters are registering to vote. We should keep in mind that a little more than a third of voters in Florida are Republicans, a little less than a third are Democrats, and a little less than a third are no party. Often it's the no party voters who actually decide the outcome, and you really never know how they're going to go.
The enigma there, the unknown. Do you think, speaking of the unknown, the pandemic, I want to step back a little bit right now. We will talk about Hurricane Ian and the impact on the upcoming election. Brian, do you think the pandemic will have a virtual impact on this, given the fact that it's been 2 years and just the disturbance that it caused in so many people's lives?
Well, obviously, a lot of people who want to vote in Southwest Florida, it'll be a lot harder for them. Some people have completely left that area because they have no home to go back to, so that will create an issue. But I think one of the things that is important when you have a catastrophe is statewide, people tend to look at their leaders. And so far, I think that Governor Ron DeSantis has gotten pretty high points for his willingness to work hard on helping with the recovery over there. When President Biden came into town to meet with the governor, they put politics aside and they worked together and each praised the other. And, that's the kind of leadership you want to see during a crisis, from both the president and from the governor, where they're working together. Put politics aside. You got to help the folks.
You spoke of the unknown of those independent voters. Florida has 4 million independent voters, roughly. How will they factor into this election?
Well, I think that there's a tendency of Florida's no party affiliate voters to lean conservative, and we've seen that in the elections since 1998. And I think that will probably continue. We've also seen other major changes in the trend of Florida voters. We're a very conservative red state, and as Michael will tell you, I've been preaching that for a long time. I've never really agreed with all the folks who think we're purple. We haven't been purple for a long time.
Will be interesting to see what comes of
Maybe
that.
I'll get proven wrong.
Right. We'll get Michael's take on that too next week. Well, as we approach the election, millions will still be dealing with the aftermath of Hurricane Ian, and many political experts believe Hurricane Ian will, in fact, have a big impact on the race. Of course, the recovery is still going on in Southwest Florida. The question is just how much? Capitol reporter Forrest Saunders takes a look.
As Ian cut a swath of destruction across Florida, it also managed to put the race for governor essentially on hold. For nearly 2 weeks, state and national coverage focused on the storm.
Your time to evacuate is coming to an end.
Governor Ron DeSantis front and center during all of it.
We started the day in Tallahassee.
Managing the crisis and hosting at least 28 press conferences since September 26th. And getting time with the president.
The floor is yours.
The topic, always Ian, but the benefit may have been political, experts say.
Anytime you're before the public and you're addressing something that's of top concern to them, of interest, that's an asset to your campaign.
Campaign strategists suggest the airtime was worth millions of dollars in free TV ads each day, what's called earned media.
This is the incumbent advantage.
USF communications expert Josh Scacco says it's a powerful force, especially in an emergency when a candidate can show leadership.
The governor is portrayed in a different light than he has been throughout the course of his term in office so far.
Christ is trying to stay in the limelight as well. He's hosted about half as many news conferences, some virtual, started a donation effort, and is launching new attack ads. This latest one focused on DeSantis' support of anti-abortion policy.
It's a war on women. I don't know how else to put it.
The campaign sees the issue as an Achilles heel for the governor, though Chris might be cash. He has less than $5 million on hand through September 30. DeSantis, nearly 106. And polling could be a Chris problem, too. A Mason-Dixon survey of 800 taken around Ian's landfall showed DeSantis up 11 points.
When you had a major poll released right on the heels of a hurricane and it shows a wide gap, That's the worst possible news for the Crist campaign at this point.
Chris' steep climb to reclaim the governor's mansion looks a bit steeper in the election's final days. At the Capitol, Forrest Saunders, Fox 29 News.
Well, the good voters on Southwest Florida, you have family there. Brian, I spent some time in Fort Myers. The devastation is unlike any storm that we have seen firsthand. The election process has just been shut down right now. Voters, obviously, the last thing on their mind as they're picking up pieces of their life is a mail-in ballot. We'll get to what Governor Ron DeSantis signed, some provisions to help them in a minute. But how do you think the storm and the recovery efforts that are going on right now are going to impact the midterm election?
Well, speaking to my own family there, the biggest concern was getting their power back. And, you know, one member of my family, they got their power back, and then a couple of days again, they lost it, which is almost worse than having it off the whole time, right? Fortunately, they got it back within 24 hours. But, and compared to everybody else, they're doing fine, minimal damage. But, you know, traffic lights not working, restaurant, you know, a lot of it's improved, but a lot of stuff isn't operating still. It's going to take a long time to recover. You know, I saw something on Friday where there were concerns about how long it's taking just to remove debris. They've only moved a tiny percentage of the debris. It's going to take months just to move debris from the entire Southwest Florida area where they've been hit. And of course, some of the areas that don't get as much attention are Arcadia and some other areas further inland that got hit fairly hard too. And so there's a huge swath of Southwest and Central Florida that got hammered, and it's going to take a long time to recover, and it will impact how we vote.
The governor last week, signed an executive order basically providing some relief for the supervisor of elections in Charlotte, in Lee, and in Sarasota County, specifically those hard-hit areas, really sort of extending the number of days of early voting, designating an additional early voting location, allowing voters to pick up the phone and request their vote by mail, all of which to help them. Do you think that will ultimately make an impact and get more voters, or has the damage been done?
Well, I mean, I think it's great that he's removed all the restrictions that he pushed so hard for to make it easier for people to vote in these areas, as well he should. But you know, I think for a lot of people, voting will be on the back burner for them. It's just a hassle to get anywhere. So, you know, anything they can do to help make it easier for people to vote will be welcome. But I think you're going to see voter turnout in a very heavily Republican area, drastically below what it's customarily been.
The governor had over 20 press conferences over the last few weeks since Hurricane Ian hit. Charlie Crist has had a few as well. Going into the midterms right now, they have agreed to a debate later this month. What are your thoughts on that and just debates in general? As we spoke earlier, it's an interesting topic.
Well, you know, debates are becoming a thing of the past. It's becoming like a typewriter. Nobody wants to debate anymore. I think it's a bad idea. I think being able to answer tough questions is something that every candidate has to do, and it's a way to enlighten voters, and refusing to debate or only having one or two debates is silly, and it doesn't help democracy.
We'll see how that plays out. Brian, thank you. When we come back, the impact of Hispanic voting in our local elections, the outreach by both political parties, and the issues that we found will matter most in November.